Hello, my name is Keith Daly. I'm here to do my picks and recap. So, start with a recap. I went 13-3 in my picks last week. 13-3. Very happy with myself. The only games I got wrong were the Panthers game, the Dolphins game, and the Packers game. But for the most part, very solid week. The Falcons annihilated the Bucks. The Chargers beat the Bills. I picked that one. Cowboys beat the Rams. That was expected. Eagles beat the Redskins. That was expected. Giants beat the Texans. I expected that. Saints, Vikings, that was a gimme. Bengals, Titans, that was a gimme. Ravens at Browns, that was a close game. I picked the Ravens, and I'm glad the Ravens won. Packers at Lions, like I said, that's one of the games I got wrong. Colts at Jags, that was a gimme. Raiders at Patriots, that was a gimme. But good fight by the Raiders. 49ers at Cardinals, I picked the Cardinals. Not a lot of people picked them. I'm glad I did. And I'm glad I stuck with my gut, because if you saw my last video, I was debating that I might switch it depending on who starts at quarterback for the Cardinals. And I found out that John Skelton was starting on Friday. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stick with my Cardinals pick. I'm going to stick with it. So, glad I did. Broncos at Seahawks, man, that was a good game. That was a good Super Bowl rematch right there. And then the next two games I got wrong, and then I picked the Bears game right. So before my internet connection shits out on me, picks real quick. Giants at Redskins. I'm picking you, Washington, 31-24. Kirk Cousins averaging 38 points a game for the Washington Redskins. Granted, they are against the Jaguars and the Eagles, who give the ball to their opponents a lot because they score quickly. But still, 38 points for the Washington Redskins. That's impressive. Bills at Texans. I'm picking the Texans. I think the Bills were exposed a lot last week against San Diego. And I think the Texans are overall a better team. Panthers at Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens, 27-17 over Carolina. Speaking of exposed, Panthers were exposed. The Steelers it wasn't pretty. The Steelers ran all over the Panthers in Carolina, and we'll see what happens, but I think the Ravens take it. Packers at Bears. A lot of people are split on this game, 50-50. I think the Packers are going to win because the Packers have started 1-2 the last 3 seasons, and they still find a way to make the playoffs all 3 of those seasons. I mean, they start slow, it seems like, and then they get hot, and I don't see them going to 1-3. So I think the Packers win in Chicago, 21-17. Lions at Jets. I think the Lions take it 23-19. The Jets are playing a very, very similar team like Chicago. I mean, the Lions have an offense that can score anytime. They have question marks on defense. That's basically a carbon copy of the Chicago Bears. Titans at Colts. Picking the Colts 24-21. Titans almost never win in Indianapolis, and they look like crap the last 2 weeks. I actually have them a lot. Me being a Titans fan, this is funny. I have them a lot lower than all the other experts and analysts and who rank the Tennessee Titans. They all have them at 27 and 26. I actually have them at 29. I'm just not sold on them, but time will tell. We'll figure it out. Dolphins at Raiders. Here's my ups. Speaking of, there are not really a lot of upsets this week that are looming. I think the Raiders one is one to look out for, though. I think the Raiders win at home against Miami 20-13. Reason being, I like what the Raiders have shown me the past couple quarters. I mean, I like the Raiders. I won't lie. The Dolphins haven't shown me much since their Week 1 win against the New England Patriots, and that doesn't even look too impressive now with the way New England's been playing. I think the Raiders take this game 20-13. Bucks at Steelers. What the hell Steelers team is going to show up? That's all I have to say. Will it be the first half Steelers against the Browns and then the entire Carolina game? Or will it be the second half Steelers against the Browns and the entire Baltimore game? I don't know. But they're playing the Bucks, so it should be pretty easy. Should have no problem. Steelers take it 34-20. Next game, Jaguars at Chargers. The Jaguars scare me. I'll tell you why. It's a gut feeling. A lot of people have that. My gut feeling is telling me that in 3 to 4 years, the Jaguars will be competing with the Colts for division titles. Call me crazy, I am that much of a believer in Blake Bortles, and I think this organization is on the right track. But this week against San Diego, not quite. 43-17, the Chargers take it. I'm a big believer in San Diego. Man, they look nasty. Falcons at Vikings. I think the Falcons take it 31-30. I think the Vikings keep it close because Teddy Bridgewater's starting, and I like him more than Matt Castle. But the Atlanta Falcons have had extra time to prepare, and I think the Falcons get to 3-1 and take control of the NFC South. Eagles at Niners. It's like a Green Bay effect, I call it. I have the 49ers winning 28-24. A lot of that is because I don't see the Eagles going to 4-0, and I don't see the 49ers dropping to 1-3. Little we forget that the Niners did start 1-2 last year. They lost 27-7 to the Colts at home, and they still wound up 12-4 for the year. So I think we just gotta be patient with the Niners. I think the Niners take it. And also, you hear that it's very rare for teams to stop at 3-0. Like the last undefeated team in the league, it's rare for them to stop at 3-0. The Kansas City Chiefs were the last undefeated team in the league back in 2010. They were 3-0, and then they lost to the Colts. So it never happens that teams don't ever get past 3-0, and then every team ends up with a loss at week 5 in the NFL season. But looking at the 3-0 teams we have, the Eagles have a tall order in San Francisco this weekend. And then the Bengals and Cardinals both have byes, but guess who both teams play? The Cardinals are in Denver. I'm looking forward to that game. And the Bengals are in New England. So we might not have any 3-0 teams by the time next week is over. But out of all those 3 teams, I would say the one that's most likely to win is Cincinnati because I'm not sold on the Patriots. And I like the Bengals a lot, as you all know. And then Saints at Cowboys. Saints take it 34-27. That one's pretty easy. Saints, I don't see them going to 1-3. And Cowboys, I don't see them going to 3-1. A lot of this is based on how I think teams are going to finish too. What I do see, what I don't see. All these scenarios. I could be wrong on a couple. I mean, we're all human here. But a lot of it is a gut feeling, and my gut tells me that I don't see the Niners going to 1-3, I don't see the Saints going to 1-3, and I don't see the Packers going to 1-3. Those are 3 good teams right there, and I don't think they're too good to go 1-3. And then last game, Patriots and Chiefs. I think the Patriots take it 20-16. Monday Night Football. The Chiefs are competitive. I'm not a believer in the Patriots, but you got to give New England the win. But teams are starting to catch up to the Patriots because they're getting old. So that's my video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you, guys.